Okay, so I am here to give a simple overview and install of this new app I created called GPU Selector. Um, so quickly, I wanted to sum up what it does in a very simple way. Basically, it's a game manager, and the reason why it's called GPU Selector is because it allows you to select the game you want to run on a specific GPU in your system. Not all games are listen to the basic Windows options, right? That are in there that let you select what GPU goes to what. Doesn't always work. This app will allow you to be more forceful with your options. So let's download it and let's try it out. So what we're gonna do is I probably have it downloaded, but I'm gonna download it again. So let's go and download a new fresh install. There it is. Let's click it and let's run it. You're gonna run into this Windows protection thing because I didn't register this with the, Microsoft to get. So let's go with this. So the installer should be pretty simple. It lets you install where you want it, or I guess uncheck these options if you want, but it's up to you. So let's have it launch on its own right now. In the very beginning, it's going to give you this pop-up basically. It's so that you know what this app is going to do. In our case, we're just going to ignore it, but when you get it, make sure you read it. All right. So we're here. So the first thing it's going to do is start scanning for games once you press that button, and it should pop up in here. If you click it right away, wait a little bit, it will populate. This will scan your games from different stores, or if you want, you could even add games in here. But it should be pretty quick at scanning them. It'll try to find an icon. If it fails, I mean, sometimes it's just difficult to get a specific icon. But if it fails, it'll show a default thing there. But you should still be able to launch your game. Alright. It also does a neat thing too, which you see some of these icons have a little color wheel border around it. That color wheel border is to show that you have ReShade already installed on there. And in this case, you could, if you forgot about the game and you don't want ReShade to be installed on it, you could use this to uninstall ReShade specifically from that game. Other than that, there's other options in there, obviously. And convenience things too, like if you click on that, it will bring up the where it is placed, right? If you right click it, it copies the URL, not the URL but the path. A lot of different options are built into this. If you want a specific game to launch on a specific monitor, it will move it on launch, and you wouldn't have to. This is where you could set the system default, or you can force a different GPU. This is the Windows method. May not always work for you, but keep in mind this app can do more than just that. It can also skip launchers in this case as well. So if you want a game to launch directly, it may not work for every game, but it will attempt to bypass the embedded launchers. I think I don't have it installed, but there's a few of the Sony games have like launchers. I don't remember any off the top of my head. Cyberpunk also has its own launcher too. I think it will automatically skip it anyways. But we can try that right now actually. So we're gonna launch this really quick. Oh, this goes through the Steam thing. So yeah, this is the launcher. All right, so let's close that, and now let's try the skip launcher option, and let's see if it will just skip that launcher and directly launch Cyberpunk. Yeah, it does. You see? So let's close that. Come on, Cyberpunk, let me close. Well, we'll leave that in the background for right now. Oh, there it goes. But yeah, as you can see, oh, ray tracing. Oh, that's the other reason why I have this up, because sometimes I want to force it. If you have like a NVIDIA GPU and a AMD GPU, you get that weird ray tracing error. That's also why I'm not too happy with some of the launching mechanisms around out there. With this, you could bypass that. Um, I'll show that in a later video. This is just a quick overview. There's the emulator tab. There's the apps tab. Oh, you know what? I should actually show how the app tabs works really quick. Let me go to let me launch a simple game like Half-Life, right? Alright, see, there is Half-Life. We will start it or launch it up. Yeah, it starts up in a little window, right? Alright, so let's go to the apps. Click on running, and you can see there's Half-Life. It's it shows up in here. Also OBS, because you know I have OBS running. Not all apps should show up in here. It's just certain ones that haven't been filtered. So mostly games should show up in here. See, this is that. And I guess I can show you can make things borderless here. So that didn't quite work. It did make it borderless, but since it's like an OpenGL app, it kind of put it in the top right corner. But this also has the feature where you can force it. So if you do that, it should make it full screen. Let me see how that looks in the OBS. Oh yeah, it does. So click new game, the training room really quick, and show you that it is working in full screen. Alright, so let's quit all that. You could close it from here, but you know, no worries about that. After a while, this will clear. Alright, let's go to scan, and if you want to launch another application, you can do it through here. Just launch it. This doesn't get the special attention as the other options. It's just because they're regular apps. It does give you the Windows option for that as well. I guess you could add another app in here if you click on applications. Do probably put Discord if you want, and then go to Discord at that path, at the icon, and you can do other options in here if you want. Let me cancel that. You can set it as a utility or whatever you like. Here's the mod page. This is basically for modding tools. Apparently we have ReShade. We have you know, you have to, I'll show you how to use this later in a different video, but this is basically a ReShade downloader and injector, so that will come later in a different video. There's also DXVK and VK D3D as well. You can also use it to install EG Voodoo too, and you can also use it to install Wine D3D or a very experimental, but you can even try Zink. It may not work very well, but it is an option. It is an option. All right. There's also the Codex for different mods if you want to look for some. For me, oh, that's neat. I didn't know that. It will feature some projects in here. So let's click on that and it'll take you to the website. Oh, apparently that is down. I'll have to update that. But yeah, here's a good example. If a mod link changes, then please report that. I will be fixing that later. Let's go to the documentation site really quick. But yeah, to report that, you can just click on that and it will, you can report it here that we're missing or that's a broken link. And that's interesting. I need to look for what that one. So, but there's a lot of projects in here as well. If you're looking for like, if you can't quite remember the project that enhances the original Crisis, you can actually just type in the game's name, so it'll be Crisis, and it will bring up the Crisis mods. And you can see the project that I was talking about is here, the C1 launcher. I didn't quite remember it by name, but you can use this as a interesting way of getting your mods if you don't quite remember them. Alright, so let's go to the last tab, and then we'll head back to the very first tab, which I kind of skipped. So this is the GPU selector settings menu. You can see there's a lot of different options in here. I'm actually going to enable this guy and this guy, but I'm going to have to restart Windows to have it take into effect. I'm doing this because there are some issues with some applications with DPI, especially on like multi screen systems like I do. I have 2 screens, and I specifically put this option in here to fix it. So the next video will be me actually restarting the application and restarting Windows with these options on to show you the reason why I did this. All right, but yeah, there's a lot of options in here. You can if you have dyslexia, it will change it to a more comfortable thing you can read and look at. There's other navigation tools in here. They may not always work, but I will update if they break. Storage information if you want to see what's going on. Let's see at the cached icons. You see, this is where all the icons go to be cached for the application. Well, all right. So, and other things there like the log and mods and other things. We didn't download any because we'll show that later. All right. Well, we can go through all of them, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and this should be a quick overview. Even though this is probably gonna be like a 10-minute video. A quick is relative. All right, GPU. I obviously have 3 different GPUs on the system. Well, one integrated, as you can tell. And if you click on that, it opens display. But if you click on Adrenaline software, if you right click on it and then click on that, it should open the Adrenaline software. And if you do the same on this one, if it's right click, there's multiple options, but let's just do the control panel, and if you click on that, it should bring up the control panel. There you go. It's sometimes, going through here, looking for if you have this and looking for the control panel. Sometimes it's kind of cumbersome. This just makes it a little easier. It may not be easy for everyone, but this is what I wanted to do for the system. Clicking on these will retain that selection. See? So it should make things easier. And let's click on the games tab. Because remember, we did do the that option for downloading game art. This will download game art for most games. There you go, and it will populate it. See, it'll download it as it needs it as the games are populated. All right, it will even do it for apps. It may not be perfect, but it will try. Like, what's going on here, right? Where is it? The Steam one. Yeah, what's going on there? Why does it have that? Yeah, I don't know. It's just that the app decided that picture is the one for Steam. That's mainly because the fallbacks that are built into this will try to get well, at least it got an NVIDIA image for the NVIDIA SDK. It tried. It's not perfect, but it tries. Like, see, even failed for the icon here. That may not always work. It will try. Well, maybe it didn't, because it is looking at the resource compiler. It didn't find the correct path on that. Issues like that may happen, but as expected, they will be worked on in future releases. All right. I think that's it. So, yeah, the next guide I'm going to make is going to be more individual guides for the different tabs or different mods. I may just do the mod one to understand why this is built the way it is. Alright, good luck, and see you in the next video, hopefully.